Bless you. Oh, bless you.
Oh, are you Jesus now?
Sneezing like a little bitch.
Patterns. Yeah, we're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 47 of the ScruffCast. I'm Jon,
And I'm Dan. And that was a weak entrance you did there.
It was a weekend trance.
Oh,
Because we're kicking this one off on the weekend. We're recording on a Sunday, which we don't normally do.
it's a Sunday afternoon, so it's not 1 o'clock in the morning as usual. Or
Yeah,
midnight.
we're coming into this with a different vibe. It's like that chill Sunday afternoon vibe. You went to church in the morning, hanging out with Jesus. Now you're kicking back.
We're like
hanging out with the ScruffCast.
those old like radio stations on the AM. Like, welcome back to the ScruffCast, everybody.
Yeah, they only play like supercuts when you go to get your haircut.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff like that.
that's what we're about to bring you today.
So kick back, relax, and get on up, James
Enjoy
Brown
the
style.
ScruffCast. And what?
And get on up, James Brown style.
Okay.
All right. So, as always, we start off every episode with a question to ponder. Last week's question to ponder was, if you could go back in time to an era, like whenever, right, previous era, what era would you pick? What time period would you pick?
Mm-hmm.
And why? Now, I had a listener tell us, personally, that they think we already did this question.
I don't think we did.
I wasn't sure.
I know we did the one where it's like you could like hang out with anyone dead or alive. Who would it be?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't think we did this.
Well, even if we did, we're doing it again. So, Dan, do you have your answer?
I do.
Hit me with it.
My answer would be, I don't know if it's like, what would it be considered, BC or AD?
Well,
I would go back to Jesus time. The alleged Jesus time.
So that would be like BC, and then he died.
'Cause then,
and
yeah,
that's
AD.
0, right?
But it's technically like current Christ. So I'll go to CC.
Okay. Like the levels in Mario Kart.
Exactly.
CC?
Yeah. I would go to then because I gotta know, man. Did this guy really live? Was he really, who he says he was? Even though nobody believed him then anyway.
Well, haven't they like scientifically proven that this person did exist?
A guy named Jesus.
Yeah,
I'd like to see all the magic tricks happen.
Exactly, like
water to wine, fish and bread, all that stuff.
yeah, like what? 2 loaves of bread and like a fish in a basket, and they keep passing it around. It's like,
boom,
this bread's
there's
never
still fish
running
in
out.
there. Yeah,
The magic baguette, Jesus' best trick.
that would be quite the trick. I wouldn't mind that.
Okay,
So yeah, I think that'd probably be mine.
so I don't want to go back quite as far. I was thinking maybe like
You can't say like 1994. Like that doesn't count.
no. Like that's like prime Tamagotchi era.
Yeah.
Living it up.
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
Oh, are you Jesus now?
Sneezing like a little bitch.
I think I go back to like the late 1800s, early 1900s. Like maybe like mid 1800s. Like back in like the fur trapper days. Like
Okay.
like the Revenant. Like
Yeah.
That time era.
That's a little too far back for me. You know what?
That's a little too far back, but you just went thousands.
I guess
more back than that.
No, because I was thinking again, like, it would also be cool to go back to like Prohibition era
Yeah.
and like be like one of like the the smugglers, like making moonshine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the movie Lawless?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you gotta watch it. It's so good.
Is that like a ScruffCast seal of approval?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
After watching that movie, I tried to cut my own hair into to making it look like their hair. You know how everybody's got that coif on their head now?
Yeah.
This
Like
is
a
like
little
pre everyone doing the coif. So I tried doing it, and then my razor broke halfway through, and I had to go over to a friend's house to get him to do it. The rest of it, it's besides the point. But
How did it end up turning out?
I don't know. I don't remember now. It was okay. It didn't look like theirs.
Did you tell this story on the podcast as well?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think you might have. I don't
I'm
know.
running out of ideas.
Listeners, write into scruffcast@gmail.com. Tell us.
Anyway, yeah, that'd be another cool era to go to. Say like they dressed so like snazzy back then,
They dressed sharp, and you know what? I feel like there wasn't as many fat people back then.
Well, no, I don't think that. Well, there was no McDonald's, right? Like there was no.
No.
You're just eating wheat. I'm assuming.
You're eating porridge every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be because like they have the cool haircuts and like they dress well and they're also like kind of like gangsters too, right? But like a different kind of gangster, not like the Bloods and Crips gangsters. They're like the old school gangsters,
Like the old Waiata.
or like be like one of those like 1930s bank robbers.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. John Dillinger, all that kind of stuff. That'd be awesome. Wear those suits.
Yeah, but you already picked to go back to Jesus time. You can't change it now.
You're right. I stand by my Jesus time, but that would also be another cool one. If I actually put more thought into this question to ponder, that's actually the one I would have chose.
All right, well, it's sealed into the spreadsheet I keep of all our answers for all the episodes.
Then you should know if we've done this question or not. Oh, gotcha there.
That's true. I lied. I don't have a spreadsheet. All right, so we had a listener write in with an email this week to scruffcast@gmail.com. Would you like me to read the email, Dan? Or would you like to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay. What was the subject?
Question to ponder.
Oh, okay.
Why do we always got to read the subject for?
If the listener takes time to put in a subject, it deserves to be read.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Hi, ScruffCast. Love the new format. Great job on the first one. It'll get better as time goes on. So is he saying that the first one wasn't actually good? It's like, it'll get better. Don't worry. What if it doesn't get better? What if that was the best we got?
Great job on the first one. I feel like that's when your kid brings home like, his artwork in kindergarten. You're like, great job.
Let's put it up on the fridge.
Yeah.
So that was the fridge podcast last week.
Yeah, it's all going downhill.
Yeah.
You've already got one on the fridge. You're not sticking up more. Oh, I already put the other one up on the fridge. Why don't you just take that one and put it in the bin in the closet? Oh, okay.
And we'll throw it out next year. Okay, here we go. First, I think I'm in the minority with John, and I can't stand Disney and Disney movies at all, and yet they've taken all my favorite franchises. First, Marvel, then Star Wars, and now 20th Century Fox. We'll get back to that in a little bit here.
We'll put a pin in it.
We'll pin that, and we'll read the rest of this. Back to your question to ponder. I would probably choose the Roman Empire, weeks leading up to the assassination of Julius Caesar. I think witnessing the aftermath in Rome... I would think witnessing the aftermath in Rome. I mean, 60 dudes ganged up on one guy and stabbed him 23 times, sending Rome into chaos. Interesting.
Like, I don't want to watch him get stabbed.
No?
No.
Wow,
Why
no.
would I want to watch some guy get stabbed 23 times? That's a little ruthless.
Just don't know why they needed 60 people. Like, there was only 23 times he was stabbed. And there's a good chance at least one person stabbed him twice.
Well, think, if it's like such a big crowd, like, you're going to want to get in there for your stab, and you're going to be like, I can't bust through the front.
You're trying to get through and finally get to him. He's already like been stabbed 23 times. Like, what am I going to do? Stab him 24th?
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Nah. Like, imagine like a buffet, right? There's like a bunch of chicken nuggets. 60 people. They're not all going to get in there and get a chicken nugget.
No, they're not.
Even if you had 100 chicken nuggets.
There's going to be people taking 2, 3,
yeah,
10, making their own little 10-piece nugget meals.
Shake my head. I want to get those nuggets.
Yeah. But that would still be an interesting time to go to, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Ancient Rome would be a cool era, regardless of this whole watching Caesar get stabbed.
Yeah.
But it would be cool. Like, watch the Colosseum. Like, dude, just crazy back then. Back in the day, like now we're classy, You go, you get your VIP tickets to the movies, you sit back in the nice plush chairs, and you watch the cinema.
Yeah, things were grittier.
You can even get
back
valet
then.
parking at the movie theater.
I know, yeah.
It's like $6. I'm not paying $6 to have somebody else park my car.
Park car at a movie theater.
Because then I'm going to get out of the movies, and then I got to be like, oh, you got to get my car, and then I got to stand around and wait.
And then you got to tip the guy.
No. $6? Cineplex can
Dude,
pay.
have you ever used a valet before? You got to tip them.
I've never... You've used a valet? Where have you used a valet?
I have used a valet before.
Where? At the movies?
No, not at the movies. No, it was. Did I tell this story a lot? No, I was just telling this story. I don't think I said it on the podcast. So no, I was in Niagara Falls, staying at the Hilton Hotel.
Ooh, fancy.
I know. And their underground parking lot was actually like under construction, so the only thing you could do was valet. So I had no choice.
Yeah.
But in the end, I had my little ticket. And I didn't know what to do. I was like maybe 19 at the time. I had no idea what to do. So I was like, what am I supposed to do here? So I just went and gave them my ticket. So I didn't even pay for it. And then you're supposed to tip the guy, and I didn't tip him either. But you are supposed to tip. You ever seen those movies?
Which movies?
Those movies. Come on. Have you ever seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Well, a long time ago, the valet part of that movie isn't burned into my brain.
Yeah, that guy who... whatever, it doesn't matter.
But anyways, I'm not paying $6 to get my car valet parked in the
No,
movie,
I agree.
let
I'm not
alone
doing it
tip
either.
the guy.
You can also... Sherway Mall, you can also get valet there.
Really?
They have a massive sign. It's like got to be like 20 feet long by 10 feet high. It says valet. I swear to God.
What? Who's getting their car valet parked?
And it's like
at the
individual
movies?
letters. Like,
Or at
it's
the
like
mall.
fancy. It's like, the Toronto sign downtown?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it says valet.
Jesus Christ. What's
Yeah.
the world coming to? Well, I mean, if you got the money, I guess. But if I got the money, I'm not going to the mall myself. Although
No.
that is a fancier mall.
It is. Yeah, it's on the upper end of malls, I suppose.
Yeah. They got a Sweet Jesus ice cream store in that mall.
They have one?
Yeah. I just saw it
Where?
yesterday. At Sherway.
Where?
I don't know. I just walked by. It was like kind of tucked away. It wasn't near the food
No
court.
way. I didn't know that.
Listeners may remember Sweet Jesus from episode 14 of the ScruffCast.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
called
Christ.
Ice. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
One of my greatest puns that Dan let me put into the title.
Yeah, not
That
anymore.
was a good
Though.
one. How do we get on the topic of valet?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh, because like you were saying now, it's like, it's all so cushy. All this stuff.
Oh yeah,
Back
so I was
then,
talking about
yeah.
ancient Rome. Right now it's so cushy. Back then, I don't even know if you paid or it was just like the town entertainment. You could literally go to the Coliseum and watch people fight to the death. That's what you did for fun back then.
Yeah. We should bring that back. Not us, but it should be brought back.
Not us, but I mean, well, you got UFC, but like
That's,
now imagine
that's as
now
close as we're
imagine
getting, yeah.
they got weapons and there's like a lion or two in there and they're just battling to the death.
I don't know why I thought of this, but you know the movie The Purge?
Yeah, I know of it. I've never watched it.
But do you know the idea of it?
Yeah, it's like where just all crime is legal for
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah, I think it's even less, like 12 hours, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just like overnight. No, I just like, that's crazy. It's just, I thought the movie's kind of interesting. I never saw the first one, I saw the second one. The second one was good.
Haven't they made like 3 or 4 of them by now?
Yeah, I think so. 3 or 4, I don't know.
What a lame idea for a movie.
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty cool idea.
All crime's legal. I don't know. I
But
mean,
it's interesting.
If,
like,
if
the
crime
whole-
is legal, are you gonna go kill anybody?
Maybe.
Get out of my house.
No, probably not, but...
Yeah,
But like in that movie, that's what people do, man.
I guess.
Whatever. You just, you know what? This was gonna be something we are gonna talk about a little bit. You just shot it down, so we're moving on now.
Oh, The Purge. Oh, very interesting. Continue, Dan, please.
No.
All right. Anyways, we were talking about the Coliseum. Yeah, it was crazy back then. You know that there was a story. I think it was like last year, 2 years ago. Someone, I think it was a Russian tourist. Actually, they were visiting the Coliseum and they like carved their initials into the
Oh my god.
thing. I know, what a jackass.
See, you should go and carve your initials because it would be JC,
Yeah.
like Julius Caesar.
Ooh, I was thinking Jesus Christ.
Well, that too, I guess.
I should.
Yeah. Another thing, though, that this person who sent an email also said was talking about how they can't stand Disney and Disney movies at all.
Now, to be fair, I didn't say that I couldn't stand Disney or Disney movies at all. Just that I was not. I don't just blindly buy into Disney.
Well, I do.
No.
So you tell me... So I want to speak directly to the person who sent this in right now. You're telling me that as a kid you didn't like the Goofy movie? You didn't like The Lion King? Aladdin? Beauty and the Beast even? Give me a break. This is this hipster view. And you have this too, John. You're the same way. You're like, if someone goes one way, you want to go the other way.
It's called being an innovator.
No, it's being a
It
hipster.
is.
That's what you are. And I'm not saying, conform to everything. That's not what I mean. But, like, why you gotta fight so much? Why you gotta fight it, It's okay to like things other people like. I don't know why people don't get that.
Now, that
You know why I like
that is
Disney
fair.
movies? Because they're fantastic. Are you saying, does this person ever watch Coco? I'm saying this person, but, like, I know who it is. So,
Yeah, 'cause
and
they
they
wrote
know
the
I'm
show.
speaking to them right now. Have you not seen Coco? Moana? Check those movies out.
I've seen Moana.
Moana is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Same with Coco.
How many times have you watched Moana?
Probably 50, maybe. That's like an average 50, I would say.
Is that the movie you've watched the most in your life?
Yeah. I've watched Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a lot as well.
Literally 50 times as well?
No, not 50, but I've watched it a lot. Within the past, like, maybe 4 months, I've watched it a ton of times.
How?
It's always on TV, and I own the DVD. So like when me and my fiance go to bed, okay, like long story short, this is before we had like the internet extender, so we couldn't get internet in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So I just brought my PlayStation in there, and we would just put DVDs in.
Yeah.
So I have the Blu-ray of Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. So I just throw it on, so I'd watch it every night.
Is she watching it as well? Or
Oh,
is it
she's
just
asleep
you?
in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
but she likes the movie too, though. She likes it. And Shrek, because she makes me watch Shrek over and over. Which really, it's a funny movie, so it's not that bad. But
Yeah, it's not bad, but okay. I'm not saying that everything Disney does sucks, and yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a hipster vibe to it as well. But if I think something's no bueno, I'm just gonna call it out no bueno.
the two of you are both hipsters.
No, that Aladdin.
You
Aladdin,
and this
no bueno.
email, the person who emailed this. I'm not going to say names on the ScruffCast, but you know who you are.
No, I'm on this guy's side.
No, you guys
Disney?
are both wrong.
What's
the problem with
I don't
Disney?
just follow everything you do. You got to prove it to me.
How's Disney not proven it?
I'm not buying into this Aladdin.
Disney's been
How's
around
the
for
game?
like 50 years. They've
So?
created movies, they've created TV shows, they've created theme parks, they've created resorts.
Yeah, and some of it's good.
They're the most.
Some of it's not as good.
Some of it's all good. What's bad?
It's not
Give me one thing that's
all
bad.
good.
Just because you think the trailer for the new Aladdin's no good, all of Disney's garbage.
I didn't say all of Disney's garbage.
So what's bad about Disney? Forget about that trailer. Give me something else.
Like I said last week, some of the new Star Wars movies,
Oh my God, they put one not so great Star Wars movie out. Give me something else.
But why are you like so pro Disney? Why?
Well, I like
This
Disney's
is almost
awesome.
worse than being a hipster.
But this is also like a takedown of you hipsters, man. I don't like it.
no, this is like worse than being a hipster.
It's almost like that you guys are so hipsters that I go like full circle, that I become the hipster because now I'm attacking the hipsters.
Yeah. What is this?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
And I'm not ripping on this person. I want
like
this
a-
person to email back in because we need more listeners. But
Yeah. Let your friends know.
also, listener, email us back. Email us back for next week. Explain more in depth about your Disney hate.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe this
'Cause
could
I
be the
get
first
it.
time we have a listener call in. The feature
Oh.
request we put out months ago.
That's a good one. If you'd
Or
like to
a
call
month
in, you can call in.
Yeah, have your people connect with our people. We'll set it up.
Our people is just us, so just send us a text.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want an explanation because you can't just say, you can't stand Disney movies. Why? Why can't you stand them? What's the reason?
Yeah, I mean, as co-host of the ScruffCast, I could just spit out my hot takes with no facts.
Marvel, like they've taken Marvel and they've done a fantastic job making Marvel movies.
They have. I'm a
They've
little
done a
burned
fantastic job making Star Wars movies.
I'm a little burned out on superhero movies, though, in general.
Okay,
Like, there's just so many now.
I agree.
I want to see, like, a gritty superhero movie where, like, the hero dies. It's like, oh, wasn't expecting that.
Well, yeah, but that's all movies. It's not even just superhero movies.
Well, that's why I like when movies...
Well, that's why
like they have sad
Avengers Infinity War was like an interesting.
Dude, love that ending. I wish there wasn't even another one.
I agree with you. Yeah, that was it was
Thanos
good.
just
Yeah.
snapped his fingers.
Boom.
Things are looking
Half the
grim.
world dead.
Yeah,
That's it.
Spoilers, by the way. But I mean, who didn't know about that
Oh
already?
my God, they're so old.
I saw. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but that movie Shazam. seen the
Yeah,
trailer
I
for
didn't
this?
see the trailer for it. No.
So I was like, oh, this is DC. This movie looks like it's gonna be kind of janky. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
Shazam, indeed. Just saying.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I want to go back to this Disney thing for a second again.
Go for it.
You know what? I've been to Disney World like 8 times, maybe.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know, something around there. We've stayed at the resorts there. We've stayed outside. Dude, it's the most, like, I bet I know for a fact, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the listener who sent in has never been to Disney World. I tell you what, the 3 of us will go to Disney World. It'll change your goddamn mind about Disney. It's the most magical place. You walk down Main Street, USA. You know what? Just the other day, I'm serious about this, no joke. When I was younger, me and my sister had these, like, sing-along, like, Disney tapes.
Yeah.
And it was like actual characters, like dressed up in the costumes, right? And they're like dancing around the parks and stuff like that. So I remembered it. So I asked my sister what it was called, and she couldn't remember. But she ended up like Googling it, and she found it. So I found it on YouTube, and sure enough, I found it. And like they're just like so fun, and brings me back to when you were a kid. And I was lucky enough to get to Disney World when I was a kid, and then many times after that.
Yeah, I'm not
And it's
saying...
like just the best place in the world.
I'm not saying that, like, everything Disney sucks.
If Disney didn't exist, the world would be a worse place. Maybe not for the Jews, but
I'm just
a little
saying...
anti-Semitic. Those Disney characters.
that it's not like Disney can do no wrong. Okay.
Okay, I agree with you there. Of course they can do wrong.
Tired of
Yeah.
their shit eventually.
The people are gonna get tired of their shit eventually.
Yeah.
not a chance.
Yeah.
Dude,
you can
it's
already
been-
see, dude. They had to cancel all these, like another trilogy of Star Wars movies coming up because like Disney was like, oh, we want to make our money back. Boom, 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 boom. Make all these Star Wars movies, and people were like,
Oh,
I'm
whoop de
tired
doo,
of this.
Star Wars. Like Disney makes just tons of Disney movies because guess what? Kids get older, but you know what happens? There's just more kids. More kids come along, and then here's some movies for you kids. Then those kids get older, and then there's more kids. Oh, here's some movies for you kids. They're never gonna die,
Dude, never say never.
dude. They won't.
Never say
I
never.
will bet anything.
There could
on
be
it.
a future where Disney goes bankrupt or ceases to exist.
No.
Now, it could be a far ways out, but it's possible. I want this listener to call in next week because I want somebody on my side over here.
I'll take you both down.
You're too okay. Maybe I'm a little anti-Disney. You're too pro-Disney. You can't see any faults. You're just like, it's magic.
Give me some faults.
It's not
then.
magic. It's marketing.
Give me some faults.
Dude, I gave you my faults.
Oh, I didn't like the Star Wars movie. That one of the Star Wars
Just-
movies.
just
in it.
because
give
you
me a
say
break.
that- just
But
because
you
you
like the
say
first
this-
Star Wars movie. You like Rogue Nation. Not Rogue Nation. Rogue One.
Yeah,
you
I
like those.
I like
we
Rogue
watched those
One.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, but the third one they put out, I would only give it an 80% rating. So it's not up to par for me because the third George Lucas movie was so good, right? Episode 3 or episodes whatever the hell it is, because that one was such a great movie.
That was a sixth George Lucas movie because he did episode 4, 5, 6 first. Come on, Dan, shake my head.
You know what I'm talking about. The third movie he put out was that 2000, 2001.
Well, no, he made the original trilogy of movies, George Lucas, and then he made the prequel trilogy, episode 1, 2, 3. Yeah, episode 1, 2, 3. The prequels.
Okay, so yeah, the prequels, yeah, because those were all fantastic, right?
No, those
Those were
sucked.
worse than any of the Disney ones.
Yeah, but I never said George Lucas is the best.
True. He made the right decision selling to Disney. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. He made $4 billion. Not bad.
Yeah, he did well for himself.
But regardless, it's time. We'll put a pin in this. We'll bring it back next week with this listener. We'll have more.
All right, fine.
I'm gonna
I
do
won't,
some research.
I won't talk any more about Disney. But have you seen Coco for real?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you got to watch it. It's actually a really good movie.
I've heard it's good. I'm not saying that like Disney's incapable of doing good stuff. Like a lot of Pixar movies are great.
They're incapable of doing bad stuff. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I think my favorite, Pixar movie I like, Inside Out.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
movie.
a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah. Really was. Toy Stories are always good too.
Yeah, they have a Toy Story 4 coming out. Just saw the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, we
I don't
just
know how I
watched
feel
it.
about it.
Yeah, I don't know either. We'll see.
I guess I'll have to wait and see. All right.
Yeah.
Shall we move on? Listeners are probably like, what is this, the new Disney cast?
Welcome to Disney Cast, where we debate on Disney.
Are they good or are they shit?
Find out this week. Okay,
All right, Dan. I believe you have a story for me.
I do. I haven't told you the story yet, so it's gonna be
No.
good. Okay, so it's a bit of a complaint. It's funny because it's, I guess, technically a complaint about complaints. So I'm in the same category
That's what
as
the
these people.
ScruffCast does best.
I suppose, yeah. So the story comes from, I was at work yesterday. So I think everybody knows I work at like a little small like farmer's a boutique farmer's market.
Bougie.
So anyway, I walk into the store and I notice there's like a spill from like it's like a grease spill on the floor in the store, right? From like someone maybe drops like ribs or like chicken or something like that. So it's on the floor. So like that's obviously super slippery. So I'm like, oh, I got to clean that up. So I go to the back, grab the mop. I don't bring the bucket out. I just wet the mop, rinse it, and then bring a wet floor sign with me. So I walk into the store and there's like customers and stuff, right? So I turn around and I start mopping it, and this woman, all I hear is, "Whoa, buddy!"
Right away, I don't like Buddy.
I know. Like, and there's nothing I hate more than people who call me buddy. Like, nothing I hate more. Unless you're my father, you should not be calling me buddy.
You let your dad call you Buddy? Doesn't bug you?
No, that doesn't bother me. Or bud. Anything like that. That doesn't bother me.
Does he ever call you Buddy, though?
Bud. Doesn't call me buddy, I don't think. Bud, though. Hey, bud. Yeah, I think so. But, like, you know who, like, John, our other friend John, he calls me buddy. Or bud. And I hate it. I hate it so
Yeah,
much.
he's the type of guy who calls other people Bud. Hey, Bud.
And he's younger than me, too. That's what bothers me about it.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't call somebody younger than you Bud.
Oh, no. That's right
Or
up
sorry,
there with
somebody older.
Appies
You can't
for
call
me.
somebody older than you Bud.
No, it's right up there with Appies for me.
No. I don't want to hear that word on this podcast ever
I'm
again.
sorry, that's it.
Get out of my house.
All right, where was I with
So,
this?
she said, "Whoa, buddy."
So she's like, "Whoa, buddy." So I'm like, I'm just like assuming she's talking to somebody else, right? So I kind of pop my head up, and she's looking at me, and she's like, "You almost hit me with the mop. I guess like the handle, right? Because I was kind of holding it kind of at the base or whatever. So I was like, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't even realize I almost hit her. So I'm like, oh geez, like I'm so sorry about that. I didn't even realize, right? She's like, yeah, it was like inches from my face. And I was like, oh, like listen, I apologize. Like I didn't even realize, like my apologies, kind of thing, right? So I'm mopping. So this other woman is like walking up, right? It's kind of like a tight space. So she's kind of like, oh, sorry, just kind of get through here. And so this woman, who called me buddy, is like, says to this other one walking by, she's like, yeah, you saw that, right? And the woman's like, oh no, I'm like just on my phone right now. Yeah, like trying to like make this big deal out of nothing, right?
What you want, like free ribs?
I don't know. Like it wasn't even her who spilled this thing, right? Yeah, but she was like, this whole thing. Like I didn't hit her with it first off.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, lady, relax, okay? But that's just like my complaint. Like people who take little things like that, it's like you're having a bad day and just like the little thing and you just like explode it. And then you try to get like other people involved with it too. Like that woman did. Like, yeah, you saw that, right? Like, and the woman's like, oh no, I didn't.
Or even if the woman was like,
get lost.
Yeah,
like,
I did. Then what? She wants you to apologize?
Yeah, which I did. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I almost like hit you there. I apologize. So I decided, because I was like, I don't think I was that close to hitting her. So I decided to go check the cameras.
Okay, I love this.
So I went and checked the cameras, and so I found the exact time. So I waited, and I like paused it right at the time. And dude, I for sure almost hit her. It was like she ninja'd out of the way. I don't know how it didn't hit her. Oh, it was real close.
This was a twist I was not expecting.
Yeah, I know. Still didn't justify the way she freaked out though.
Did she really freak out?
It was like, yeah, like the way I'm explaining it is like, I think a little toned down. She was like really bothered. You just tell she had that personality of someone who like wanted to pick a fight almost.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just like, lady, you're not getting it from me. And like if she said anything else, I was just gonna be like, listen, like I don't know what you want from me. I said sorry.
Yeah. What else?
It's over. I don't know what you want. If you want, like, you want a gift certificate to the store, it ain't gonna happen.
You want to like, you want to take the mop and almost hit me with it?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. You can hit me with it. I don't even care. Like, yeah. So it just bothered me, and like, but it just goes on like, because that bothers me when like people do that. It's like it's like a little bit of entitlement almost. You know what I mean? Like a little,
like how dare you?
How could you almost hit me? First off, like it's an accident. I didn't like mean to almost smack you with the mop.
If you wanted to smack her with the mop, she'd know. You'd smack her with the mop.
I would have knocked her out. Poof, mop slap, boom,
hit him with the mop.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's an accident. If something like that happened to me when I was at the start, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'd just do like a shock, like, oh, jeez. And the person looked. And if they were like, oh, sorry, I would have been like, oh, no, it's all good. And that would be it. We'd both be on our merry way.
You know what I've been finding recently?
Why do you like... Though? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Like, one of my pet peeves is like, you're walking and people just like stop ahead of you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I hate that. I've been finding myself doing like the very visible shaking my head.
Yeah,
because most of the time I got headphones on. When you get headphones on, you have that extra confidence of like,
you're like in your own little world.
I'm in my own zone.
Yeah.
Right? So like I'm walking, people like stopping in the way. I'm like getting out of the way, and I'm just like kind of giving a look, like shaking my head. So if somebody else is looking at me, it's almost like when that lady was like, "You saw that, right?" It's like me doing that, shaking my head. So somebody else can be like,
"Yeah,
right there with your brother, shaking my head."
Yeah, yeah. You know? No, I know what you mean. So you're one of the people then that I hate.
Maybe you still come over to my house every week, though, to record the podcast. Yeah.
You always have that the room temperature bottles of water ready for me, and I appreciate that.
We treat our guests nicely.
Well, no, I'm just a guest. I'm part of this.
Well, yes, but okay, but you're a guest in my home. Yeah, but you're not a guest on the podcast.
True. Yeah,
because the podcast is your home.
Oh, that is sweet.
The ScruffCast, a heartwarming podcast. Yeah, we haven't had a guest on the podcast in a while.
It has been a while. Maybe we're due for one.
Maybe. What are we at? Episode 47. Damn, we're gonna hit 4 dozen episodes next week. I got to plan out something good for episode 50.
Yeah, we kind of been talking about it. Episode 50 is gonna be. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. We have an idea. We're not gonna tell you what it is yet.
The big episode 50 spectacular giveaways, prizes. Somebody's gonna win a Ferrari. It's gonna be magical.
Hey, will they?
But you got to email us scruffcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter if you want any of that to happen.
Yeah.
So, yesterday, I was going out to the movies with my girlfriend. This is unrelated to the fact I was with my girlfriend or where we were going. But would you believe I saw somebody with Christmas lights on and plugged in?
Yeah, my next door neighbor has still like a massive like Frosty the Snowman like, on the front lawn.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and the head's missing out of it. That's the even funnier thing. This thing's like at least 6 feet tall. It's huge, and they still have it there, and their Christmas lights.
Dude,
I don't know if they turn it on, but it's
that's
like
outrageous.
Come on, take it down.
So I saw this guy had his lights plugged in, and they were on, and they were like blinking. Right?
Oh.
Now, it's one thing if it's like, up along the lining, like the eavesdrop of the house. Mm-hmm. But this guy had like the rainbow lights on like the bush on the front yard.
Oh, yeah. Like the net lights.
I'm like, buddy, what are you doing? It's March. It's almost April.
See, how do you feel about that? Like, not, okay, how do you feel about people who keep their lights up? Forget about turning them on. Just keeping them up. Because, like, there's a lot of people who don't like that either.
I don't like that either. So
you don't like people just leaving them up?
No,
there.
so, my mom's house, there's like lights left up, like when you bought the house.
That's awesome. You get free lights.
Yeah, but just left them there. What the heck?
Now you don't got to put your own
Take
lights.
those down. Well, I mean, it doesn't affect me. I'm not putting them up or taking them down.
Have you ever put up Christmas lights?
Yeah, all the time. Well, like once a year.
It's a pain in the ass.
Well, like I'm not the one actually on the roof putting them up. I'm like, I'm the little bitch standing on the driveway with like the lasso.
Yeah, exactly.
Like them all coiled up.
When when I was living with my parents, we moved to like a new place. I don't know, it was like 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago. And so we decided the first year, I think it was the first year, to put up Christmas lights. So like the house is a bungalow too, right? So it's not like we have to go like 2 stories up.
Yeah.
We went out, me and my dad bought the Christmas lights, and like they're just like they have these clips on them. They just like clip on.
Yeah.
But oh my god, what a pain in the ass it was still. Like, and the problem is too, it's like we had like those tall ladders, like the ones that extend.
Yeah.
But you can't just lean that up against the eaves trough because it could like damage the eaves trough, right?
Yeah.
So we have these like things that click in on the sides that then will like sit on the roof and like spread it, like push it out from the house. So we had to go up there and like click in each individual one.
And then
like,
you got to slowly move the ladder over.
Yeah, it's just like a pain. So why do you want to do that every year?
So
my stance on this is I'm good with people leaving their Christmas lights up. Don't turn them on.
No bueno.
Don't turn them on after January 1st. That's it.
Turning them on is like that's a crime. Like you should be going to jail. But and like I love Christmas, but that's like disrespecting the sanctity of Christmas.
Oh, so maybe that's where you're coming from.
What makes Christmas so magical is that it's just that one little shortened window. You got 31 days, December 1st to December 31st. Really, December 1st to December 25th. But you can keep the lights up until the 31st. I'll let that pass. No trips to the gulag for you.
So wait, so how do you feel about like the Santa Claus parade happening like November? Like early November or mid-November?
No bueno. Too early.
Oh, really?
Too early.
Really?
Too early.
Have you been to the Santa Claus parade?
Not in a long time.
I didn't go this year, but I went maybe the past 3 years before that.
I went as a kid back in the day, and I remember there was a hole in my shoe, and my feet were really cold.
Yeah, I would say so.
And I remember there was like people like dressed up in costumes or whatever, like looking like I don't even remember, but like how you're talking about at Disneyland, how they're like dressed up like Goofy and stuff.
Yeah,
like those sort of like suits, right?
Yeah.
And
like mascot type suits.
Yeah, my sister was terrified of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we were like for like 3-4 years straight to like the Toronto one.
Yeah,
it's good, but like even in mid-November, like even though you're at the like Santa Claus parade, you don't get the feeling of like you don't have that Christmas cheer just yet.
Yeah, exactly. December 1st, Christmas right in my veins.
Yeah. What's your see, this would have been good for like a Christmas podcast.
It would. We took our 4-month hiatus, so we did right, cover Christmas.
Okay, well here we are. We're talking about it now. How do you feel about like when can you start watching Christmas movies? What's your start date for Christmas movies? Because me and my fiance have very different views on this.
So I don't know. I feel like December 1st is like the good like starting point for Christmas all the time. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy Christmas movies. There's like a lot of those good like low budget ones that show up on Netflix.
Right.
I appreciate those. I feel like maybe you could start a little earlier, but I think December 1st is probably the starting point.
Yeah, so my fiance says the start of the Santa Claus parade. That's when she says you can start watching Christmas movies. So we've come to a compromise. And I'm December 1st. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So we've come to a compromise. I will watch one Christmas movie on the Santa Claus parade day. But then that's it. Then the rest has to wait till December 1st.
I think that's fair because if you're going to the Santa Claus parade, you're already in Christmas mode, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, the great flaw with this approach is the fact that the Santa Claus parade is far too early. Now, I kind of get the appeal of having it a little earlier in the year because it's going to be warmer, right? And especially if you're bringing your kids out.
But is it about that though? I feel like they put it like first or second week of December. You wouldn't get as many people out because people have other stuff to do. They're Christmas shopping. They're doing this and that, right? I feel like you wouldn't draw as many people out.
Well, you should be getting your Christmas shopping done earlier then.
Yeah, I guess, but like that's not what happens.
I guess.
I'm assuming that's why they do it. I don't know for sure.
Nah, dude. Like, you get 1 month full Christmas magic. Really, 25 days.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so special.
I don't know. I'm just not as big on Christmas as you are.
I went to Casa Loma for Christmas this past year with my girlfriend. They have this
Christmas Day?
not Christmas Day.
Just
a week or two before Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
They like decorate the castle grounds all Christmassy. Inside they got like Santa's workshop in the basement and everything. Dude,
Really?
just Christmas magic. Just hook it up straight to my veins. Give me all that Christmas. I love it. I
don't think there's any time of the year I like. Golf season is the time of the year.
I love golf season too. But if you lived in
God.
like Arizona, it could be golf season and Christmas at the same time.
But you know what? I was talking to someone else about this. I feel like with like the golf, I think we appreciate it more living in Canada because we can only do it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's
each year, right?
It's the scarcity of it that makes it, special.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like if you could do it all year round, it wouldn't be as special, right? You wouldn't be trying to get out that often. Like there's times we go like once a week minimum.
Yeah.
Once a week we're out there. But like if you lived like in a place like Arizona, it's warm all year round. You'd be going once every 3 weeks, maybe once a month.
Yeah, because you got all year to go golfing.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no like rush on it,
Yeah.
right? Should probably make things a lot easier, but still,
Just doesn't have that same magic.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What's your take on like the wreath on the door? Because
yeah, go
back
for
at
it.
when I lived with my parents, so we had the front door, right, and then the little glass door that goes over the front door.
Yeah.
And like
Screen
this
door.
thick ass wreath in there, you could barely even close the outside door.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know. Well, like we just have my parents just had like the regular front door, and they always have a wreath. Oh, but on their new at the new place they're at,
Yeah.
they have like an all black door. My mom bought a new wreath for it, and she put it on, and the back of it scratched up the door.
Oof.
It's like super noticeable. Pretty funny. My dad was super happy about it.
So you can just keep the wreath up all year.
Yeah, you're gonna have to at that point. It's like the Christmas lights. Just stay up.
Yeah, just stay up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, one idea I had before actually for putting up Christmas lights, they should have some sort of like strip of Christmas lights where they got like little magnets so they can like stick up on the eavesdrop. Although maybe it's like not a like ferrous metal.
But yeah, that's a fantastic idea. So
Right.
even to pull them off, you could literally just like grab a ladder on one end,
Yeah.
start pulling it, and then just get off and just yank it all down.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like maybe not one of those types of metal that actually
Like wood
like
rust.
has a magnetic pull,
Oh yeah.
right? Because there's like aluminum isn't magnetic.
Oh yeah.
But if that's the case, rather than having clips, you just have like a metal strip that goes along the back,
Yeah.
right, with a magnet on that side. So then, poop, clips together because the eavesdrop's not very thick.
No.
And it'd
Yeah, it
way
would still
easier,
make the connection.
right?
Yeah.
And then you could just leave that inside one up all the time, and to put the other ones down, just
Yeah,
pull
that's
them down.
true. Yeah. that'd be good.
Easy peasy.
What else?
If we have any inventors out there listening to the Scruffcast, that'd be good free
Yeah.
invention for you.
Do we got anything else to say here? What else has been going on?
What else has been going on?
Oh, we went. Before this, we went for suit fittings.
That's what we do on the Scruffcast. We're fancy.
Yeah, we've just been getting ourselves some new suits. No,
For the 50th episode bonanza.
Yep. No, we're getting them for the wedding. So we did some suit shopping today.
For
Suit
the
fittings.
wedding? It makes it sound like we're getting married. The Scruffcast. We went and got it for the wedding.
Well, I went for the suit fitting. John's getting his wedding dress next weekend.
What? Well, because I'm more special, so you get to spend more money on me. Obviously, a dress costs much more than a suit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was fun though. There's not really much to say there.
that was fun though.
It wasn't actually very fun.
No, and to be clear, it's for Dan's wedding with his fiance.
Yeah, when I say my fiance, I'm not referring to John ever.
Ever? You really,
Ever.
you really put the pin in it. Oomph.
Ever. Oh yeah.
Never. Ever.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Speaking of putting pins in things, do we have anything else to add to this week?
No, I think that's it.
How is this ramble approach going? We just going with no articles.
Because I tell
Listeners, are you liking it? It's not bad. You know,
I think it's easier for us.
It's definitely easier. I think it can be better. It can be worse, right? Depends.
Yeah. We're still open to suggestions too. And if you guys have a topic you want us to talk about, it doesn't have to be an article, just a topic in general. We can try to talk about it. Although we had one a couple weeks ago that didn't go over too well. The menstrual equality.
Oh, yeah.
And that lasted about 30 seconds.
We tried our best.
We tried.
I still appreciate the listener writing in and thinking we're somehow capable of talking about that.
That's true.
I mean, we tried. We tried, right?
We tried.
Because we literally came into this podcast with nothing of note except you had your story to tell, and I had my little complaint about somebody still had their Christmas lights up, and that was it. We somehow stretched this out into 40 minutes of your guys' day. Just rambling.
You're welcome.
So email us scruffcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of this new format, the new flow. Do you have a topic? Just bring it up. You want us to talk about bookshelves? I don't know. That's the first thing I looked at over there. We'll talk about bookshelves. Might not be a very long topic. We might say this topic sucks, but we'll talk about it.
We'll still talk about it nonetheless.
We'll still talk about it. And if you write a bad topic, you're just going to get roasted.
And as far as the listener emailed in this week, email us back. Or if you'd like to call in for next week's episode, let us know. We can set it up and we can debate Disney.
The old Disney debate.
Live, but not live on the Scruffcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
you have any heroes or jabronis this week?
It's it's tough for coming up with heroes and jabronis when it's
Well, you don't have to have anything. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
when we don't do the articles. I will say, we always start off with jabroni, right?
Yeah.
Jabroni, the guy who's got the snowman on his lawn still.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going mop bitch.
Mop bitch?
Yeah. She's getting jabroni of the week.
All right.
And I'll also give myself jabroni of the week for almost hitting her.
I love that you went and you actually, were like, I don't want to say petty enough, but that you were like, listen, I got to get to the bottom of this. So that you went and looked at the security footage, and then B, that it ended up being, that lady was correct. You did almost hit her.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how it didn't hit her, to be honest with you.
you
and the camera was like, it was honest to God, like, right in front of the camera. The camera was at a perfect angle. And I was like, oh, Jesus! I was like, I almost crushed her. I should have took a picture of it. It was pretty funny. So, yeah, I'll also give myself jabroni of the week for that one.
All right. Hero of the week? Not many heroes.
Yeah. I'll give the hero of the week to the listener. Even though I disagree with what he's saying, I appreciate him
I'll agree.
emailing in.
We often say
that's all that matters.
The listeners are the lifeblood of the Scruffcast.
Yeah, you're right. We do often say that.
Yes, we do. Don't we? So, if you're out there, give us a like on YouTube, subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes or some other podcast app,
Spotify,
leave us a review. If you leave us a review, we'll help other people find the podcast. We'll expand out into a new audience. And what's good for the Scruffcast is good for the people. That should be our closing line. Sounds so profound.
What we'll do too? Because we have a rough idea of who listens to this and who doesn't. If we blow up one day, which we probably won't.
No, probably.
But we'll make special T-shirts like the original 20, like the original 20 people who listen to this. I don't even know if we have that many people.
Jesus' 12 disciples.
Exactly. Yeah.
The disciples of Scruff.
Oh yeah, the Scruffsciples.
Scruffsciples.
Yeah,
I like that.
So we'll do that. We'll make a T-shirt or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta pay respect for the people who got us to where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm telling you, let your friends know about the Scruffcast. I know you people out there are listening, and you don't tell your friends about it. Are you embarrassed of us? Are we an embarrassment?
There's a lot of people.
I can't even get my own girlfriend to listen to this podcast.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I'd be embarrassed to tell about this too, so I can't blame them. We actually had a listener. What did he describe to us? What this podcast was when he explained it to other people?
That's true. We did have a listener who listened to it at work and then was laughing to himself, rightfully so, because we're downright hilarious. And people asked him, "Oh, what are you listening to?" "Oh, my friends have a podcast."
And they said, "Oh, what's it about?"
And he's like, "Oh, they just complain about social justice warriors."
And he had a really good,
something.
whatever he said was pretty funny. Maybe he can email in and remind us what it was.
Yeah, shoot us an email. I get the impression we'll probably get an email from this person like tomorrow, but it'll be too late because we've already recorded.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe I'll just edit it in there after the fact. You'll never know.
Also true. All right. That's it.
I think so. We have to give our question to ponder for
Jesus,
next week.
right.
Why are the listeners going to write in if we don't give them the question to ponder?
Good point. Let me pull it up here. Okay, our question to ponder for next week. If you were torturing someone with music, what is the one track you would play on repeat for days on end?
Ooh.
So an annoying song, a song that you hate, a song that you think somebody else would hate. Let us know. What song would you use to torture somebody?
Don't pick anything from the Moana soundtrack or Dan's going to cancel the podcast.
Yeah, podcast's over. No Disney songs allowed.
No Disney song allowed. I would just
Disney
say don't pick from
songs.
Moana.
Yeah. No.
There's got to be a bad Disney
I
song.
think I've got 2 in my head already that I'm thinking about for next week.
There's got to be a bad Disney song out there.
Oh no, there isn't. Trust me.
Dude, if you played every day, endlessly, there's got to be 1 or 2.
No, but it's got to be a song where, like, right off the bat you don't like it, and then hearing it for like a 24-hour period, you want to just die.
Maybe.
That's what it's got.
Or maybe you pick a good song and you ruin it by having it played over and over and over.
Yeah, that too.
But that will have to wait for next week.
That's right. All right. That's the end of this episode 47. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
As I'm watching her go, all I'm thinking is, oh damn, that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.
You'd smack her with the
I would have knocked her out. Poof! Mop slap.